Hi there, Save with Crypto here. Now, if, like me, you live in the UK and you've been happily using Bybit for a while, you'll know by now that you won't be able to trade on Bybit after October the 8th. And as of October the 8th, all you'll be able to do to trades that are open is to either reduce them, i.e. take some profit, or take some loss if they're in a loss, or close them completely. You won't be able to add to positions, and you won't be able to increase margin, that kind of thing. So it makes trades very hard to control. And me personally, I think that would be quite a horrible way to trade. If for any reason you have to leave trades open, it's okay. They won't get closed until January the 8th. As long as you don't get liquidated or anything like that between now and then, and hopefully you can come out with some profit, it'll be okay. After January the 8th, you will be able to withdraw funds, but you won't be able to set up any new trades. So it's a kind of slow rollout what Bybit are doing. Now, I'm going to move over to BitGet, and I've negotiated this $30,000 bonus deal that I spoke about in my last video that I'll link to up in the corner now. Now, as far as I know, this is the best offer available at the moment. So to get to this offer page here, you need to go to savewith.crypto.org/BitGet, and that will redirect to my affiliate link, and then you'll see this page here. Okay. Now, in addition to this, if you haven't got $3,000, if you've got $100, or I think even if you've got $50, you can deposit. BitGet will double that. Okay, so if you put $50 in, I think you get 50. But I know for certain if you put $100 in, you get an extra $100. So it doubles your money straight away. But here's the important thing is this has to be your first deposit. Not your second, not your third, your first. Okay, so if like me, you're clearing out your Bybit account, you want to make sure that the first deposit you do to BitGet is worth more than $100. Now, even if your balance, even if it says you've got $150 in there, you might have a mixture of stuff. You might have like USDT, some Bitcoin, maybe some Ethereum. And if you try and transfer those bits individually, the first one might not be $100. So I'm just going to show you some things about that in a moment. But to take full advantage of the BitGet offer, what you need to do is just follow these steps very, very carefully. So you go to savewithcrypto.org/BitGet, okay, where you can sign up and create your account. Now, don't make a deposit just yet, because there's one more step. Now, after you've created your account, what you need to do is to go to the description below this video, and you'll see the second link here. It says click that when you deposit $100. Okay, so click that. That goes to this article here. Okay, this step is really important, otherwise you won't get the $100. And then you've got join now. Okay. Now you need to do this before October the 14th. So you go join now. And when you've clicked it, it will look like this. It'll be grey saying joined. At this point, you can make your deposits, but it needs to be $100 or more to get the $100 bonus. Okay, so let's go over to the Bybit account and see what I've got here that I can move. Now, I've got no orders open in the derivatives account, so that's good. If you've got orders open, or if you've got a trade going on, then you really need to think about closing that down at least before October the 8th, I would say. Unless you're well in profit and you can just set a stop loss and relax, wait for it to either hit your stop loss or hit your take profit. You will be able to do that until January the 8th. But me personally, I decided to close all my trades down. I was in slight profits with all of them, so I think it was a good time to move everything out. Now, if you go to assets, you'll be able to see where your money is. Okay, so I've got $3.23 worth of stuff in the funding, 1,542 in spot, 334 in derivatives. Now, with each of these, you can click each one to see what you've got in there. Now, if you've got a unified trading account, what you'll have funding, unified trading, and inverse derivatives. Now, what you need to do is to get all your money into the funding. So what you'd need to do here, if you had money, say, in the inverse derivatives account, then you'd go to transfer and you'd move it from the inverse derivatives to funding. Okay, then you'd select whatever you had there, move it across. I haven't got anything in this account, so I can't show you. And the same would go for like unified trading. You can transfer that into the funding account. Okay, so let's assume that you've got all your stuff in the funding account there, and then you can withdraw whatever you want. Let's go back to my account because that's a bit more realistic because it has actually got money in it. Now the slight difference is funding in the normal accounts, the non-unified ones, you can withdraw stuff there, but you can actually also withdraw from the spot account. You can go withdraw and then withdraw there. Okay. However, it makes more sense to put everything into one account, just in case, for example, you've got USDT in both the spot and the funding, then you don't want to be paying two lots of transfer fees to move it to wherever you want to move it to. So these ones are too small to move, but if, for example, I wanted to move my caps over, I could just go transfer from spot to funding all the caps. Now if I wanted to move my caps over, I actually can't at the moment because I've just noticed that the available balance is 0 because the amount frozen is 55628, which is all of it. So I'm kind of guessing that must be in a trade that I've missed. So let's look, caps USDT, that was a spot trade. So look, I've got this order open here, so I'm going to cancel that one. Okay, so if I look back in my spot account, I can see here the caps is there and the amount frozen is 0, the available balance is all of it, so that's cool. So I'm just going to move that to the funding because after the 8th of October I won't be able to do anything with it. So the available balance in spot is now 5 cents. That's okay, Bybit can keep that. Although I don't think they're going to actually close down our accounts, they're just going to stop us trading, so maybe it will return one day, who knows. Derivatives, oh, that's got money in as well. Okay, that's Bitcoin and USDT. Let's move this to funding as well. Okay, so move all the BTC and then move all the USDT as well. Okay, so there's an annoying 57 cents worth left in the derivatives. If you hide the 0 balances, oh, okay, it's a bit of XRP. Can I move that? Or is it too small? No, I can move that. Okay, these ones I don't think I can move because they're worth nothing. Well, 20 cents and 14 cents. Okay, so everything's in the funding account now. Now, if I was eligible for the $100 bonus over at BitGet, I would just be looking at one of these to move over that was worth more than $100. So I'd probably move the Bitcoin, which is worth $291, or the caps, which is worth $16.22. Bitcoin makes sense to move, I suppose. Now, the only thing about deciding to move your Bitcoin is it's probably going to work out quite expensive. So if you look here, withdraw, so you're going to move all of it, chain type Bitcoin, because there's no choice. Then the fee for that is that there. So let's just work out what that is. Okay, it's not that bad. It's about $2.36, so that's not too bad. But the thing you might want to do is just, look at other options. For example, like to move XRP. If I was to withdraw XRP, I think the fee is always 0.25 XRP, which is really cheap. That's about 13 cents. Do have a little think because there might be some options. For example, here I'm looking at the price of XRP versus Bitcoin on TradingView. And you can see here it's quite far down and it's at the bottom of the VWAP almost. So to me, that's quite a good thing to have there, if I wanted some XRP. And to be honest, I probably haven't got enough XRP. So, I might choose to swap that Bitcoin into XRP, maybe move that over to BitGet and then, do some trading with it there. In fact, let's do that because that's going to make it my my $100 thing, isn't it? 'Cause it's $292 there. So let's see if I can trade that. But first of all, I'm going to have to move it from the funding account to the spot account, which is where you can buy stuff. So I'm going to move all the Bitcoin back there. Okay, let's do a bit of spot trading. Let's just search up here. So let's just have a search here. XRP. What I want is XRP, BTC. Click load more. I'm sure there's... Oh yeah, there you go. So yeah, I don't normally use spot trading very much, but if I wanted to buy some XRP now, I'd probably buy it I'll probably buy it about the price it's at now, 1920 Satoshis or whatever it is. And I'll just go buy all that, buy XRP. Oh, that filled straight away. Okay, all right, let's just go back to my assets. I think that was probably quite a reasonable buy actually, because I think XRP might go up in the next few days. So you see there, I can just move that back to the funding. Okay, so there's the XRP. Actually, in fact, yeah, I don't know, maybe there's $46 here. Maybe I should turn that into XRP as well. I mean, you can just come here and go convert USDT into XRP. You can probably do that here, but you might not get the best price there. But for the sake of doing it, let's just do it. If that was a larger amount, I'd probably not do that. I'd probably do a proper limit order in the spot trading. So I've done it for both now. I've done it for XRP BTC, and this was XRP USDT, but done with the convert. The convert just does a market buy, so you will pay more in fees that way. Anyway, let's go back to assets. So now I've mostly got XRP and caps. You kind of get the idea of what I'm doing here. So I'm just trying to get stuff down into as fewer currencies as possible, just so I can move them with minimal fees, and also choosing something that I think is going to go up in value. So I think XRP is going to go up in value. I'm quite happy to have $338 worth over in BitGet. So let's just have a look how I move that. So let's go over to BitGet and look in the wallet. If I look at the spot account, so I can see here I've not got a lot in here, just $97 worth of USDT and a tiny amount of Bitcoin, and then 11 cents of XRP. So let's deposit some XRP in here. Okay, so network with XRP is that one. Now be super careful with this, because things like the XRP blockchain, you need to have the what's sometimes called the memo or the tag. So you have to make sure you understand this. So both the address tag and the deposit address must be correctly filled in at the same time to deposit XRP. Funds will be lost if the address tag is not filled in. Okay, so you need these two things here. So I'm going to copy that address and then go back to Bybit. Okay, now at this point, just be super careful what you're doing. So for example, I'm doing XRP. That's the address there. Chain type is XRP. Tag and memo. This is the very important bit in this case. So that's the tag. Okay, just put a tag in there. I'm just going to write BitGet in there. No verification needed for this address next time. I'm going to tick that, but it will be the last thing I ever do. Okay, so this tag and memo thing, this is only on certain blockchains. I know XRP always has this, so if it has something like this, then make sure it's what you do. If you're doing something like Bitcoin, it doesn't have such a thing. If you're doing USDT, that just uses the Ethereum network or Arbitrum or whatever. And I don't think it normally has that kind of thing. If it needs it, just make sure you've got it in there. There's usual sort of thing to do here. Okay, so that's the address added. So let's go back to assets. Right, I'm going to double check this memo. 58450. Okay, looks good. Okay, so I'm going to move that across, and the transaction fee is 0.25 XRP. Now, you see, if I want to move the caps as well, when I go to withdraw, I've got the choice of BSC, BEP20 and ERC20. The fee for ERC20 is 600 caps. The fee for BSC is 20 caps, but unfortunately, if I go over to BitGet, I've only got the choice of an ERC20 address. But let's do that anyway. So I'm going to copy the address. That's the ERC20. I'm going to do all of it. And unfortunately, it's going to cost me 600 caps. I'm going to click that for fun. So the usual kind of stuff to do here. So in my funding account now, it is $1.27. The overview of my assets is $1.96. This is so sad now, because at one point I think I've had over in here and I can't trade now anymore. Really, really sad day actually. Never mind. Let's see if it's gone over to BitGet yet. Look in my wallet. Okay, it looks like there's more in my spot wallet now. Okay, so the XRP has arrived and the caps hasn't yet. Okay, so just check back, and indeed the caps is there. Okay, so I've now got a balance $5,303. Okay, so there you go. I probably made it a bit more complicated than it needed to be. But basically, all I'm going to say is if you're moving stuff from Bybit to BitGet, make sure that your first deposit is $100 and you're using my link, so you do get that bonus. Make sure you've clicked that joined thing that I showed you earlier. That's really important, that is, otherwise you won't get it. And also, have a look at what you're actually moving, because the fees to move various things are different. For example, XRP is really cheap. USDT is cheap to move if you use the TRC20 network. If you've got Tron, TRX, that's very cheap to move as well. In fact, that's one of the cheapest ways to move money around. And generally things to do with Ethereum are normally a bit expensive. But, check the fee before you do it, because you might want to do what I did and just swap things into something else temporarily. I don't think that was a bad call, by the way, getting the XRP yesterday. I know I'm actually going to make an XRP video soon, because I think a lot of people got the XRP news a little bit wrong. So I just want to clarify that. So I'll probably do that in a video over the weekend sometime. It's quite sad we've got to leave Bybit, but hey ho. Hopefully I'll see you over at BitGet. All right. So if you like all that, then please give the video a like, leave a nice comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you got a notification set on all, and above all, tell your friends.